When I was 19, I fell in love with a girl in Bible college. She was the prettiest girl I thought I'd ever seen in my life. Fun, laughed a lot. And every night I prayed in the boys' dormitory, first wing. They had a prayer room. And one night while I was praying, the Lord said, I don't want you to marry that girl. I want you to break up. I thought I would die. I thought I would die, family, because I'd never been in love before. First girl I ever remember ever kissing. I cried and I cried. The next day I broke up with her. Several of the professors of the college came to me and says, Mike, we think you did the right thing. She's a good girl, but y'all don't really belong together. Well, I felt bad because I was so drawn to her. 3 weeks later, I just couldn't say no anymore. I just had to go back to her. So I did. I was married 13 years. The first 8 years was good. The last 5 years was tragic. Tragic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The last 5 years was tragic. Tore me to shreds. Left me wounded beyond words. I still find it almost impossible to believe that a woman will be faithful to a man. It takes everything within me. That's what's kept me single 40 years, is distrust. The day of the wedding, the day of the divorce in the court, my little boy that I had adopted at 2 to 4 weeks old, he was about a year and a half, he sat on the lap of another man, calling him daddy in the courtroom. I was devastated. And out on the courthouse steps, I said, God, why did you let this happen? And he spoke to me and said, didn't I tell you 13 years ago that I did not want you marrying this lady? He did. He did. About 18, 16, 17 years ago, I dated a girl that I really liked. Probably as good a conversationalist I've ever met in my life. Pretty. I invited her to my home with 50 other pastors at one of my schools. She came to my school of ministry. And a prophet, a true prophet, was out here with me that night. We've been friends a long time. Roger Teal from Kentucky. Roger said, she's not the one for you. I just met her. We're just straight talking. I dated her anyway. The staff and all of us went to Houston, and a man who I really love, Pastor Toy Adamola, came up to me and says, Daddy, she's not the one for you, Dad. She's a pretty girl, good person, I know, but this is not God's will for you. And I was so hurt inside. How could these men of God think I don't hear God's voice? Who do you think you are? That was my reaction. I didn't tell them that. I said, well, I appreciate you sharing those feelings, you know. I was gracious. But God sent two two men of God. And I kept dating for over 3 years, which was a complete waste of my time and energy. A mistake. A mistake. A serious mistake.